Hey Gemini, how are you? Welcome to your August 2018 reading. Welcome back if you've been here before. If you haven't, then welcome. I'm not going to talk too much astrology today. I'm just going to get straight into it to see what energies are surrounding you. We've just had the total lunar eclipse in Aquarius last Friday, so let's just get straight into it. The only thing I'm going to share with you is down below there's a 10% discount code for all the items in the Spiritual Parlour shop. Birth charts, spiritual candles, wealth candles, love candles, all that kind of stuff. Go check it out. Also, I've posted some pictures up on Instagram, so you can head to Spiritual Parlour on Instagram if you want to check out some pictures of some of the items from the store. So let's get into it. Let's see what's going on for Gemini. Okay, angels and spirits, please let us know what Gemini needs to know for the month of August 2018. If there is a message for Gemini, Sun, Moon and Rising, please let it be known. Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so if you've not watched one of my videos before, I always read the jumpers because sometimes they are messages for other people and sometimes they appear in the main reading. And so Ace of Pentacles, brand new start, brand new beginning, because it's an ace. This particular ace is linked to, we could say, things like finance, wealth, what we own, stability. So there could be some stability coming in. Okay, Gemini, Sun, Moon and Rising. Gemini, Sun, Moon and Rising. 10 of Cups. Woo, happiness, extreme happiness as well, because it's the 10. 10 being the number of completion. So there could be some happiness coming in. Okay, so first card will represent Gemini's theme. What we got here? High Priestess. Okay, following your intuition, things come into light. Second card will represent Gemini's issue or heart of the matter. Third card will represent the recent past. Fourth card will represent the present. Fifth card will represent the advice. And the sixth card will represent a potential outcome. The World. I love this card. I love this card and I love this energy. It's a major arcana card and it represents basically going through all the lessons that you need to learn and now being at a point where you are about to start a brand new beginning. So one chapter has closed and a new one's opened, and who knows what's coming next because this is a brand new chapter. Wonderful energy. Okay, Gemini, Sun, Moon and Rising. Gemini. Where's Gemini? Let's just flip there. 3 of Wands. Ships coming in. I feel like there's going to be a really, really positive message for you here, Gemini, in the main reading. I feel like something's coming your way by these cards. Gemini. Sun, Moon and Rising. The Moon. Okay, so we had the High Priestess fall out and we've just got the Moon. So it's a similar kind of energy, and the Moon for me is more about things coming to light, secrets being revealed, because if you think about it, the Moon only really lights up part of the way. It doesn't light up the whole path, just part of the way. So it's like things slowly coming to light, secrets coming out, clarity, okay, clarity coming along. Alright, that's nice and shuffled. Won't take that far. Nice and shuffled. Let's see what is going on. See where your message is. Okay. Now I feel really pulled back here, Gemini. So we're going to read from the middle for you. And your bottom of the deck energy is actually the 10 of Wands. Okay, so the 10 of Wands. This card is about burden. As you can see, there's someone here who's clearly carrying their 10 wands on their back on their own. So it's about feeling that burden, feeling as though things are going one way, feeling as though you've not got much support. Basically carrying the world on your shoulders is the best way I can explain it. So let's see how that plays out in the main reading. Right, okay. You have a lot of knights here. You've got 2 knights, 2 sevens. Okay, let's take a look at this closely. Yeah, okay. It looks to me, Gemini, this looks like a clear message of possibly departure. And I feel as though, I mean, this could be the other way round, but I feel as though looking at this spread, and I feel as though the feeling that I'm getting at the departure is actually you, because your energy is here. You've got the Knight of Swords here. So it feels very much to me as though for some Gemini, Sun, Moon and Risings out there, you've been pretty patient, okay? Because that's the issue. That's the heart of the matter. You've got the Seven of Pentacles, and the Pentacle suit is, as I said at the beginning when we had a Pentacle fall out, it is linked to wealth, stability, health and that kind of thing. But it's the slowest kind of energy. It's the slowest energy of all the tarot. It's the one which is basically about building foundations, moving very slowly and growth and stability. But the Seven of Pentacles is about patience. The message is to have patience, or you've had patience. And I feel like you have had patience. This is not a message to tell you to be patient. I feel as though you've had it based on the cards that are surrounding it. As you can see, you've got this guy here who's sat down and he's got 7 pentacles around him, and he's obviously looking at his pentacles thinking, well, when are they going to be ready? When are they going to be mine? When can I take these pentacles away? When can I, when's there going to be enough? So I feel as though you have been patient, and I feel as though it's you because you've got the Knight of Swords as the theme, and that is your energy. Swords, the suit, it represents all the air signs, Gemini, Aquarius and Libra. And with the Knight of Swords, I mean, knights for me are always action, either action coming in or action that you need to take, or action, just general action, general movement. And the Knight of Swords is one of the quickest moving knights. But I feel as though in this case, this is you being very patient. The action of him being very patient. I feel as though there's a person, place or situation in your life, and it doesn't show me whether it's finance related, love related. I wouldn't want to say either way because I'm keeping this reading quite general, so you take what resonates with you, Gemini, and you leave what doesn't. But I feel as though the issue is patience and having patience. And in the recent past, you've kind of stepped back. You've stepped back into recovery about this person, place or thing that you have been patient with, because you've got the Four of Swords in your past position. Now, swords is a suit. If you've watched me before, you know that swords, I always say it, this suit does represent challenge. It's the suit which represents air. It's the suit which represents how we think and how we learn. It's not the pretty suit. Because I won't say most of them, I'll say all of the cards, probably apart from the 4, is really about challenge or overcoming some challenge or surrendering from some kind of challenge. And with the 4, it's about recovery. As you can see, you've got someone here who's resting, and he's got his 3 swords here, and his 4th sword is next to him. So you're stepping back, or you have stepped back, depending on when you watch this video, what's to come in your life. And you've stepped away from something that you have been very, very, very patient with. It could be love, it could be a job, it could be a friendship, it could be anything, but you've stepped back. But looking forward, because that's what's going on, or what has gone on, looking forward, in the present, there's potential for success. Yeah, because you've got the 7 of Wands. You're in a very, very, very strong position moving forward from whatever it is that you've stepped back from. Wands as a suit is fire, represents all the fire signs, so Sagittarius, Aries or Leo. It could be that you've been dealing with a Sagittarius, Aries or Leo that you step back from. Take what resonates with you, or someone who has that kind of or those characteristics of a fire sign about them. So someone who's quite maybe forward thinking, someone who likes to take action, someone who's dynamic, a bit of a leader, that kind of vibe. But 7, as I said, 7 of Wands is the potential for success card. It is about being in a strong position. 7 as a number generally across the tarot does represent potential. Just like, 7 of Pentacles, there is potential but you need to be patient. And with the Seven of Wands, this energy says there is great potential, so keep going, because it is the Wand suit, it is fire. So whatever it is you step back from, be assured that there is great potential. And in your advice position, you've got the Knight of Pentacles. So this represents slow and steady progress for me personally. As I said, the Knights are all about action coming in, or action that you need to take. In the Pentacles suit, he is the slowest moving Knight. But the great thing about the Knight of Pentacles is this energy, or it doesn't matter whether you're male or female watching this, it's just the energies that I'm reading. The Knight of Pentacles energy always reaches the finishing line, no matter what happens, but they will get there in their own sweet time. That's the only thing. They won't rush for anything or anyone. You know, it's about that very planned, very well thought out way of doing things. You know, it's not about rushing anything, but you are in an excellent position. You're in a really, really strong position moving forward in the present. But the advice is to really probably take your time, and whatever it is that you feel that you need to plan for or move forward with, whether it's a job, a relationship, a person, place or thing, you take what resonates with you, Gemini. Whatever you need to move forward with, the advice is to move forward at a steady pace. Okay, so don't rush, at a steady pace. And I think eventually, what I'm seeing here for you, Gemini, and what I feel is once you've you know, you've got yourself in a strong position here, once you start to make that slow, steady progress and you're sure of where you're going as your advice, eventually, wherever it was that you stepped back from, you will just leave it completely behind you, because you've got the Eight of Cups, which is the card of departure, in your outcome position. And the Cups suit represents how we feel. So it's our emotions, it's matters of the heart, it's relationships. So whatever it is that you may have stepped back from, which is here in your recent past, and whatever you're recovering from or stepping back from or will step back from in the recent past, directly underneath that as your outcome is departure, you know, emotionally. So I have a feeling that emotionally you're going to feel much better once you've started to make that slow, steady progress that you've got as your advice from the Knight of Pentacles. I mean, your underlying energy is the Ten of Wands, burden, you know, feeling as though things are going one way, feeling as though you're doing everything on your own, or feeling as though there's not much support. So that is represented here, you know, stepping back, being patient, you know, is the issue, stepping back in the recent past. So I feel like this could have been a situation that maybe was a little bit, I don't know if stressful is the word, because it's not as if I can see the Nine of Swords or even the Eight of Swords or any of those energies which indicate real mental stress for me. But whatever it is, or whatever it was, depending when you're watching this, it was a burden. As simple as that. It was a burden. It was all one way. You know, I feel like maybe things were not that fair in whatever this is for you, with this person, place or thing, or this situation that you have been experiencing in the recent past. It's indicated here that you've stepped back from. So I think for the month of August, your advice is really just to know that right now you're in a really, really good position, Gemini, with whatever challenges you're facing. Okay, you've got your Seven of Wands there, so keep that passion, that fire, that energy up in the present, moving forward through August. And make sure whatever it is that you're working on to move forward, you do it in your own time, at your own pace. Make sure it's really, really well thought out, is what I'm being pushed to say, because that is the energy of the Knight of Pentacles. He or she, doesn't matter whether you're male or female, but the energy of this particular knight is, you know, being very, very sure, being very, and working in a very calculated way, not taking any risks, is what's being put to me, what I'm being pushed to say. Don't take any risks, and eventually you'll leave behind whatever it is that you've stepped back from, or that has been causing you a little bit of burden or a little bit of stress in your life. It's quite a clear message there. I don't feel like I need to clarify anything for you. I think the advice is pretty clear. See if I get anything else. I mean, it could be as well, you know, because depending on how the energies play out for you, this Knight of Swords could represent, if it's not your energy, if this is not you as an air sign, it could be another air sign. Another Gemini, Libra or Aquarius. Or it could be someone who is, because the Knight of Swords can be quite someone who brings quite a bit of drama as well. That's the other side of the Knight of Swords. But because he is the fastest moving knight, how I tend to feel about this energy is, as soon as the drama, as quick as it comes in, it goes out, because he's quite a quick moving knight. It's not a drama to really stick around too long. So if it's not you, then it could be somebody else who's bringing drama to you that you've been patient with, and now that you've just decided to step back from. But you're in a strong position. You're definitely in a strong position. And I feel like that patience that you might have had with this situation or person, place or thing that you've had, that you've stepped back from, I feel like that's the same sort of patience you're going to need going forward with yourself. Because you've got your Knight of Pentacles as your advice of that slow, steady progress here, directly underneath the patience. You know, the whole issue, the whole point, the whole message here is that patience that you've had. So yeah, keep pushing, Gemini, is what I feel like I want to say. Keep pushing through whatever this is with this person, place or thing. I'm going to pull you an angel card. See what messages comes up. So what is Gemini? Oh, there you go. Didn't even have to ask. There's your message. What does Gemini need to know? Voila, it's there. So the card that fell for you, Gemini, is open your arms to receiving. And it says, you've prayed for help, now be open to accepting it. So you've prayed for help. I hope you can see this well, because I didn't switch on the main light in this room. But I hope you can see this card well enough with this small light. But it says, open your arms to receiving. You've prayed for help, now be open to receiving it. And I'm going to pull you also an affirmation card. I love these cards. Haven't had this deck not even 2 weeks yet, but I love it. I love the energies from it. So let's see what comes up. What does Gemini need to know, Spirit? What message is there for Gemini for this situation in front of me? Oops, you just had a load of cards put full, so I'm going to shuffle that again so we get one. Just grab that card. Okay, so I'm back after jumping into the table and grabbing all the cards. We're going to shuffle this again. What does Gemini need to know, Spirit? What's the message for Gemini, Sun, Moon and Rising with this situation in front of me? There we go. There's your message. And you have disconcernment. That's your message. Disconcernment. And it says, see the truth of the situation. Use common sense and don't be fooled. Pay attention. Your intuition knows. So I'll say it again. Your message is, Gemini, see the truth of the situation, use common sense and don't be fooled. Pay attention. Your intuition, so your inner voice, knows. So hopefully that will resonate with someone out there. And if that is linked to this situation that you've been so patient with, as your, heart of the matter, or this person, place or thing, or yourself, that you've had the patience with and you've decided to step back from, your message is to see the truth. See the truth, don't be silly, use your common sense and follow your heart. Whatever you're feeling about this person, place, or thing or situation that you're potentially, or you have recently stepped back from or recovering from or departing from, see the truth and don't be fooled. Okay, Gemini, so have a wonderful August. I'll see you again in about 2 weeks, because we're going to have another solar eclipse. We're going to have another eclipse. I think it's the middle of August. It's going to be in the sun sign of Leo off the top of my head. So I'm going to do another video with a reading for all 12 of the zodiac signs, like I did last week, for last week's eclipse. If you haven't checked that video out, just check through the video playlist and you'll see one called I think I called it lunar eclipse reading, all signs or something like that. Posted last Friday or just before last Friday, last week sometime. Check that out. You can see where Gemini starts, and you can see your reading for that eclipse. And I'll see you in 2 weeks. So please do like, share, subscribe. Have a wonderful month. Good luck with this situation, Gemini, and I will see you soon. Okay, and thank you for all of your likes, shares, subscriptions and comments and interaction over the last few months, because it's been great to interact with you all and hear all your feedback as well. So I'll see you soon. All right, Gemini, take care. Bye.